Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington Redskins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Watch the screen.
This is Grant. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Now this matchup, an important one for Week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936. 168 meetings overall, and the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Here we go. 56. Hey, tight. Check.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, Team 6.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Hey, Haywood. 56. Go. 56.
On second down, here's Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 43.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following into it too.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Redskins' 34-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Grant. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They will run with Grant. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 20! 56! Danny!
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now 2 years in the making, Darius Geis's first NFL carry. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Geis. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Open man, Tanner Gabriel. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's Jackson to return. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Corey Grant, 81 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Exit. Kill.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins to Thompson on the screen. And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch twins. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, end result, touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
That's around 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back. He's checking.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check the call.
Come on now.
Now a give right side. It's Grant, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Got an open man. It's Scott. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs.
Let's go now.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
First down, Redskins.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. You. Check. 53 is mine.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He's got it complete to Thompson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
The Eagles' 15-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Haskins back to the air. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hopkins with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for Dallas Goddard. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Geis. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Whip. Watch the whip. Shit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Stop your whining. Hatch it.
They'll try the left side. Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first down, it's Scott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. 180. Ram.
Pick it up.
Switch up.
They go again with Scott. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 56. Mike's 56.
Now Wentz on third down. Open man here is Scott, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Carson Wentz beginning his 4th NFL season here in this ball game, and the last 2 years he was not in the postseason with his teammates, including that Super Bowl run at Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Was limited to 13 games that year with the ACL injury. Last year, 11 games with back issues. But now Nick Foles, who took his spot, he's in Jacksonville, and all pressure and all eyes are on number 11 in 2019. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You bunch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And some space here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Corey Grant, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Haskins looking to throw on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Haskins on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down, Washington.
Ready.
it's Geis. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Okay, ready. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Kill. Check 37. Check 37.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
53 to Mike. 53.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. Finding Gabriel, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Geis, they'll try to run it. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Tighten up. Check.
Again, Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Babies cry all the way back home.
Wide. Get wide. Check 3. Switch. Under crunch. 53's the Mike. 53. Check.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Steps away. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Scott. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Wentz now to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Wentz to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. On first down, Wentz. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
That's how we do it, baby.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Go. 180. Sunday.
Wentz to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Check. Lucky.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come on. Check. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 9. Check 9.
Now a toss. This is Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
They'll run with Geis. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a third and 8 more. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Got it. 54. Mike 54. Come on, D. Go, go. 54 is Mike. Let it go.
Haskins to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Flushed out right. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Redskins, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real.
chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it, how about it? Rep for your bro, for your poster, pop in your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you came to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement, people want to know what makes possible.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Hey, empty.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Waiting!
Yeah. You don't want none. Check it back.
They'll run on first down. Slade, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Go. Waiting!
Check back 21. So we got man.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz, man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. That catch good for 5, it's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. And this is caught by Jackson. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
At the 46-yard line.
Done. 180! 40, 82, 40.
Let's keep moving.
Wentz now on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Philadelphia pick. Picking up the first on a gain of 15.
That's good for our Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Check 50, check 50.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now this time, Wentz will throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He's going to go down immediately. That second down play nets a -4.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Touchdown.
Darren Waller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And he's got some space here. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
25, check 25, check 25.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I think if you pulled defensive backs they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz going to throw. The Sanders has got it complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, high 7.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. It's caught by Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Well, that's complete to Sanders. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Wentz. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Check 53 is mine. Here we go, here we go. Watch safety creep, watch it. Hey.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going for the deep. And this is caught inside the 5. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. Let's go. Man 5-7.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go. 20. Check Mike 21. Hey, ram. Tight dog.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Switch.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Check.
2nd and 13. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
To number 89. That's a gain of 7.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You ain't got nothing. Like 50 miles per hour. I got him.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
50 to Mike.
First down, Raiders.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Go. Switch. 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 Go.
Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive lineman.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Here's Wentz to throw. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
81.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Check back 21. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Here. 5-9.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Makes it 27-7 now.
That's the score. Raiders 27, Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Come on here, come get some. He don't want it. Come on, try it. Back. Go. Let's go, Mike.
2nd and 2. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. He's checking. Crash. And up, go.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Check 31. Jungle. Switch.
2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
53, check 53. Second time.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. McLaughlin for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Raiders 34, Eagles 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Go. 180.
Watch the curl.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now down to 20.
Makes the score Raiders 34, Eagles 14. Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone, just unable to complete it. But I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief, could have been back-to-back really big plays.
Watch the whip. Shift, you're out.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Bandit, bandit. Mike 50, Mike 50. You don't want none of that. Pick it up.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
At the 37-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You got enough.
He'll look to throw. The open man here, Renfro. 27 yards there, a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Let's go. Hey, hold on. Check 56. 6 man.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Better bring it. You better.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. He may try, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Their mobile quarterback doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Wentz now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
They're on 46-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. Back. 180.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4-2 kill.
Shotgun now for Wentz. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Mike, keep it up, defense.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes the guy...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Taylor. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. They run with Taylor. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Philly. Give him 55 yards on the ground. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Elliott puts this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A gain of 15. First down, Raiders.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Eddie Weber. Ball trot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
A loss of 13 yards. It's 2nd down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. rocket like rocket fuel.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems, no. I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard, for your mom to your pop, to the beat, to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my